Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CrestVahllen D&D, the Argent Flame. I'm your not-so-humble Dungeon Master, TJ, and I have the distinct pleasure of having yet again at our table, Taylor.
Yay!
Yay! So what little witty quip do you have for us today?
Oh, I forgot I was supposed to prepare something. I am the knight.
And Adam.
We didn't die. I'm Adam. I play Zemdak, the gnome artificer. I got to use my gun for the first time last episode. I am now pew pew.
Fully pew pew.
Yeah.
Kevin.
I'm Kevin. I play Cole Vodison, our bard sorcerer. And I don't think the bard is supposed to heal the cleric that much.
Desperate times.
I'm Kenton. I play Argus Firebeard, our dwarf cleric of the light. We kind of learned last time that my name changed is from first session.
Yeah. So yeah,
Flamebeard to Firebeard.
Yes.
I have no clue when or why.
During our session 0, I even have it in my notes. It's
in my notes,
Flamebeard
too.
everywhere. It says Flamebeard, 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 and then just some point we just said Firebeard and we just banned Firebeard for a second. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
He introduced himself as Firebeard when he met us. We never knew Flamebeard until you brought it up.
Yeah. So here's the deal. It makes a lot of sense because a lot of Celtic clans like names would change over the years and everything. So maybe this is just the generation that it changed. Cool. Well, I mean,
changed
subtle
it to
changes
hide
as far as like
there you
spelling.
go.
is-
That's
Yeah.
a great way to do
When
it.
you guys fly through more bed, your mom.
His mom changed it to hide the family.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, she was like, but I really like my name, so I'm just gonna make it like the same but different. Just
Totally makes
a very stubborn way of changing her name.
and your mom.
Noelle.
I'm Noelle. I am playing Trishani Onkmuts, the Kenran Blade Dancer Wizard. And, I know it's counterintuitive to burn a counterspell, but, this time it was worth it for this guy. And Bardic Inspiration. Teamwork. Yay.
I think it's
And-
I wouldn't have died. Even at max damage, I wouldn't have died.
Well,
Of disintegrate? No, because it's
But it gets halved because it went to her and me.
but it's 5d10 plus 40.
Right.
Right.
So it could have been 90.
90,
How many
halved.
hit points do you have?
Halved.
How many hit points do you have?
62.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
If disintegrate drops you to 0, you disintegrate.
Right.
Yeah,
But I wasn't getting the damage. I was
No, he was
her
getting the
damage.
blood damage.
So
You
yeah,
still
it
would
might
have
not-
you still would have gotten 2 failed death saving throws though. Oh no, it wouldn't have been a critical hit. You would have
No.
gotten
I had 2 hit points at that time.
wouldn't you have been...
That's something I wouldn't even notice until
Yeah.
So we possibly just shot the bed there a little bit.
It's fine.
It's still it's fun.
I think you might have been taken away. Then.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Also, there's no way your characters would have had any
Any
idea,
clue.
any
No.
clue that was a thing.
No.
Yeah.
All we do is disintegrate, and they're like, that's all we
Yeah.
do.
You'd be like, shit, some really bad magic is happening. I don't want Argus to die. Gotta save him. And that was the right decision. Okay. And we have Cody.
I'm Cody, and I play Log jamming. Damn it, Cole, I don't give a shit if the scales are Phrygian, Mixolydian, or fucking Areolus. Just tell me what notes to play.
I do love the music reference.
It's a deep,
Areolus.
It's a deep cut.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
As a former music teacher, I applaud you. Great. Amazing. I think that's it. Do we have any announcements?
Oh, Theo.
Oh yes, today Theo will be joining us. Possibly was encountered the plague, so we wish them the very best to get healthy and well as soon as possible. But that's okay. We will together collectively help play their character so that they don't get I think that's it as far as announcements are concerned. We may or may not. Well, I won't spoil anything for you. Yes, Noelle and I are going on a camping trip soon, so we will not have a game. It's one of the reasons why we did our game today. We will not have a game on the regular schedule, but of course, stay tuned and check out the Discord for our stream schedule. Don't forget to go in the Discord. You can find the Discord link in the About section of our YouTube channel. Go ahead and join. Check out the stream schedule, and we will let you know when the next session is. I goofed and I didn't let you know last time, but that's okay. I did my best to fix it. And there's lots of other cool stuff there too. There's like, we post pictures of minis and all like stats for our magic items, and all of our recaps get posted there too, so you can stay up to date and catch up. Cool. Without further ado, then, you guys want to play some D&D? Cool. Let's do a recap of the previous session.
Just sit here and drink.
we could for 9 hours just sit here and drink and shoot shit. But we're gonna do
Fine.
I can drink in the dark at home. I'd rather hang out and play D&D.
Jesus. Oh, man, it's so sad.
Well, Log didn't do his normal not suitable for work warning, so I had to get
No, he did.
Yeah, I mean, I swore. And I talked about
He
areolas.
swore.
Yeah, the areolas.
And areolas.
That is the most mild NSFW warning you have ever given this channel.
That is true.
I like how you put an actual skeleton there, like Mixolydian,
Phrygian.
Yeah.
Phrygian, Lydian,
Ariel.
Well, because when I was learning, like my base instructor, like pop quizzed me one day, and I got out most of them, and I was racking my brain for I think it's like Aeolian or something like that.
Aeolian.
Yeah, and like I could not think of it. So I was racking my brain, and so I was like Areola, and he fucking died. Like he almost fell out of his chair laughing. And so ever since then, that mode is just
Too scary.
Areola. Yeah.
It's like tail uncanny valley. It's that funny because it's like there's truth in it. It's really fun. Okay, cool. So let's do a recap, guys. A lot of stuff happened last time, so bear with me. I hope this clip is long enough. Here I go.
Mr. Entirely probably.
So, after breakfast at the Firebeard home, Zemdak heads toward the workshop with Dilura to work on jeweling, while the others head to the bazaar to shop. At George's Goodies Bazaar, a multiple personality merchant sells the gang some much needed goods, including paper, incense, coffee, vials, a fife, and tiny hats for rats. After picking up Gizmo from the workshop, the group donates a considerable amount of coin and diamonds to get Sofka cured of a wisdom-sucking shadow by the High Priestess Nefala Borguv at the Temple of Pelor. Unbeknownst to the party, they are being followed by stealthy red-cloaked individuals. Zemdak and Trisheni inquire about a daylight orb and learn how expensive they are, but also gain possible insights into how they could build one for themselves. Afterward, the party heads to the frayed folio, where a polite elderly dwarvish man named Horatio Hesbin resides over many shelves of books and literature. The gang requests a wealth of texts, including blueprints, primordial info, spell scrolls, and more, which Horatio slowly provides. Among the materials are a blueprint for a trebuchet and a spell scroll for a legendary spell called Blade of Disaster. The party's tail notices this before heading to the market to find more info on their objective. That's the other thing. After paying a subjectively fair amount for the requested materials, the group head to the Trappist to meet up with Pinjack Flintsweeper. Meanwhile, the Crimson sneaks track their target back to a hideout, where they eliminate obstacles. Back at the tavern, the nervous drinker, Pinjack, divulges a decent amount of info about his mentor, a dark elf male who has ties to Caladoran Smoothhands and Elastraid. The mentor seeks peace and freedom for his kin through political power and aims to claim the position of head of the Stoneworm clan, especially since he may have a technically legitimate claim, as he used to ride purple worms himself. This underground faction has enemies and may be being hunted, hence the caution and apprehension. Pinjack, a bit in the cups, then leads the party back to the faction's hideout, but they are met with an uneasy silence and the image of his mentor being impaled by the blade of a large scythe, wielded by a tall, blindfolded woman in blue and gold armor, her crimson cloak floating to the floor. The Argent Flame are surprised by an ambush as two additional assassins surround them, dispatching several members of the group in seconds. With Sofka aware, there is now no doubt that these are the fabled and feared Dorkennen Rye. Every member of the faction that was here was killed, as their bodies pile in the back room. The terrifying battle drags on as the Argent flame falls, one after another, to the might of the legendary assassins. Pinjack is stunned into inactivity, but is able to save his brother with a quick prayer. As the situation grows more and more dire, so does the party's methods, as they fell an assassin that instantly gets teleported away. Eventually, only one blind warrior remains, and as they fall, their contingency amulet removed, they crush a piece of preserved terrazine in their grasp, attempting to disintegrate themselves. Fearing that the odd blood bond formed may kill Argus outright, Cole attempts to counter it, but fails. In a last-ditch effort, Trisheni tears a page of counterspell from her spellbook, fizzling the magic, and causing the now dead and intact corpse of a fallen Dorkennen Rai to lay before. Now, let's get back to the action. Welcome back to CrestVahllen.
Slow down. Look.
Yeah. Shut up. Time. Nailed it.
Last year I was like,
good.
wait,
It was.
there it is.
Eventually, I'll become a professional at this, but until then. All right. So we're going to put on some tense music. We're going to pick things up, actually, not with you.
Okay.
You battered, bruised, slightly beaten. Your ego, probably even more so.
No, my ego's just fine.
Okay. You sit. Whatever you say.
They survived because I didn't try to kill them. I'm just saying.
Yes, okay.
There's a lot of
But your contingency engaged as you shunt into space. The cold stone walls and dark, dank atmosphere surrounding you. Your chamber is all too familiar. You know exactly where you are. And you also get the innate sense that one of your sisters just died and is nearby. And then you get the other sense that another has died, is not nearby. Could possibly be back where they were. Their body's still intact. This is a problem.
My turn to say something?
Yeah. What you do?
What am I doing? Okay.
The
So,
moment is yours.
okay. All right. So, I think this is stressful that you made me go first. I wanted like some time to think about it. Like even more time, extra time. So I think what I'm going to do is
You can always like head somewhere and
Yes.
ponder.
can I head to the person that I would talk to in order to
Right, we'll try to be subterfuge with this.
yes, can I
Way
head
too much.
can I head to the person I would talk to about like reinforcements or anything like that?
You absolutely can do
Okay.
that. It's going to be a bit of a walk at the moment. It's going to take you like 5-10 minutes to get there.
Okay.
But you also know time is somewhat of the essence. Do you run or are you walking?
Like yeah, I mean, but speed walking is definitely not. It doesn't
Or
look
do you
cool.
want to like strut?
I'll run because
Okay.
you know, like it's like walking is cool, but running is also cool. Speed walking is not.
Yeah.
Great.
Depends on how you speed walk.
Like you know, like the Lion King scene.
Long legs, you can like make it look like you're not actually
I
speed
don't
walking. It
know.
works.
I don't think I've ever seen someone speed walk that makes it look cool.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking like running, like you know, like in Lion King when he's like running and the sun shit is behind him. He's like, dun, 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 dun. Like that's a yeah.
Cinematic relief.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can do it. You can
Okay.
because you're so tall,
Yeah.
you take so
Flapping
long. You
behind
make it
you.
look like you're running in slow motion, but you're moving at a very fast pace. You can absolutely do that, and
Alright.
you ponder what it is that you need to do.
Yes.
Who you are, what it is that you need to take care of. You head to basically what I'm going to call an inner sanctum.
Okay.
Okay.
Movie
we'll give you
vampire
a moment.
running.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. The rest of you as you hear the thud of armor and body weight hit the ground. The body of this Dorkennen Rye hits there, and their body is still intact. And right after, another clang and thud as Argus's body hits the ground. Oh, I guess you didn't take any extra damage, did you? Okay, so I guess you didn't. Maybe it's just your knee then, because you have 2 hit points.
No, they hit me.
He's
I
down.
went to 0, and then I got healed by, I don't remember what. I think you guys popped a berry in my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, then you
For
threw
my
up.
second
You
berry,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
I...
he threw up. So
Oh, then you threw up. Right, so you're still on your knees then. From throwing up. That all those like muscles lock, like "Ah!" you know that.
you hear the echoes of a dwarven vomiting sound in the room.
Great. Every time I look at that lamp, I think the shade is on fire, but it's just the incense coming up from the lamp, and I'm just like, "Where's the fire?" Every time. Okay. Great. So you guys are extremely beaten, battered, and bruised.
I dash over to the captain guy and I shove my good berry in his mouth.
He's fully dead.
I understand.
Okay,
I wouldn't know that. I don't,
Right,
I don't know medicine.
His
I saw him get stabbed less than a minute ago.
his spine is out of his torso.
Okay.
Okay. Let's be really clear.
Exposed internal things generally mean dead.
He's got a hole about like this big, about 4 inches wide. You can see through him, and his spinal cord is not attached to his tailbone. Like he is fucked. Like your whole scythe just went straight through, and the scythe is like this large. So yeah, but you can pop a good berry in his mouth. It just oozes out the side of his mouth.
Did I get any sense from the blood connection and my hammer?
Oh, right. As far as like, okay, you know what? Go ahead and roll. I'm going to say an insight check for the blood connection.
Natural.
Natural one.
Start the day off
Blood
right.
connection.
Of course.
What blood connection?
4 and 8.
You're like, huh? She sprayed blood at me.
Technically, blood connection is going to be like his brain worms. Like,
Yeah. Okay, and then as far as the hammer is, go ahead and roll either a straight wisdom or a religion check.
Natural 20.
Highs and lows, baby.
Okay. So walk me through,
Close to
because
24.
remind me, jog my memory as far as like what you were trying to accomplish with your hammer, like as far as making a parallel association. From because you like raised your hammer and you were trying to capture something, right? Or
Yeah, we were trying, like, as they're...
in that specific moment.
I mean, I feel a connection to that person, and I can feel their soul.
Oh,
in me.
you were trying to capitalize on the bond.
Correct.
Okay, cool. So she spat at you, or like did whatever she did. She cut her wrist or cut her hand,
Yeah.
did damage to herself, like splattered some blood on you, and like I think got a little bit in your eye and stuff like that. And you just felt like when she got hurt, you got hurt, and you were like, "What the fuck?" And you didn't really understand it, but you also like innately did feel somewhat of a bond. So the insight check, you don't get it at all. You don't get it. You don't know if you've never seen this type of magic before. You don't get it. You don't know if it's magic or something else, or you don't know if she's like a creature that has magic blood. You don't get it. You have no idea. But you do know that somehow you are innately bonded. With that natural 20, what does that give you a total of?
24.
24. Your religion's only +4?
The intel check. And I'm
Oh
trained
no,
in
no.
it.
I said
Or
I said
you get
or
straight
wisdom
wisdom
check.
or
Straight wisdom check.
Yeah,
Or-
I have 18 wisdom.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had 20. My bad. I thought that's funny.
No, I don't have any 20 stats.
So you with that 24, you sense shit. We're bonded. Shit, we're still bonded. She might be a corpse, but this magic apparently it still happens posthumously, like persists posthumously, and she still has blood in her body. And so you don't really know how this works, but you know that you're still bonded. Some of the blood got on your hammer, and you see your hammer kind of like glow, like the hammer itself, starts to get orange and then yellow and then hot white as it sizzles off the blood from the metal part of the hammer, like the head of the hammer. Through, you know how I describe your tether with Misheni, that like kind of a tug from your sternum, as though something's always tied to the inside of your sternum that's tugging you towards planar like disturbances. It's kind of what you feel like that. You feel something similar to that. It is not. It's not something you can see. It's not something you can smell. It's not something you taste. It's not something you'd hear. It's just something that you, with a sixth sense, that they're like closing a circuit. There seems to be a blood tie from her to you, and vice versa, that you don't understand or comprehend. But now there's also like another like fabric, like a wisp of smoke that you just sense. You don't see it, you don't smell it, or anything. That is like closes the circuit, and that connects from the hammer, which is an extension of yourself, to her. You see this connection fading fast, and you have the innate understanding that it could possibly have to do with something about her soul leaving her body. But other than that, it's like the circuit is closed right now. But that's all you understand. But you're getting like this connection, like she's dead. Her soul's leaving her body. This thing is recognizing it. We're bonded right now. What do I do?
I try to like draw, kind of like you would
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, like kind of pull with that hammer to like pull out that smoke and try to like
Like you're fishing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Dope as shit. You know what? Go ahead. Since you've noticed this and you've rolled so high, go ahead and roll another wisdom check at advantage.
another net one and 20.
Dirty 20. You like start to pull your hammer and you feel like whatever this presence is move with it. Like there is a tether. Like you are reeling it in. And then like you just kind of innately do that move where you like are clanging and you feel like you can't see it. All you can do is sense it like some sort of six, but like this wisp of this tethered connection soul thing. Like you're hammering it and it's like you're taking a rope and then hammering the rope together. Almost as if it was made out of dough. And you're pulling the dope in and then folding it in so it's shorter and then pulling it in and then folding it in so it's shorter so it's getting closer to you, except you're like forging it while you're doing so.
And I assume it feels like how I tethered Trisheni's soul back together.
It feels a lot like that. Yeah. Except like there was more love and like connection. Love in the time.
But I mean, like,
Yeah, there was more like
Emotional connection to that.
there was more like that friendship and love kind of connection there. Where here it's like yeah. It was more like that. Yeah. It's like the Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Like like what was that guy from? What was that? Was it Dodgeball? The guy who was like, yeah, boy, get up all there nice and deep like that whatever that was. It feels like you're mine. It's what it feels like. You've got something. Yeah, you've got something hooked real tight. It's like when you're angling and you're like, yeah, that's a nice river monster. That's what it feels like.
Why are you pantomiming? What's going on?
give me a second. I'm
Okay.
Is there a noise when I hammer?
There is like a clang of what sounds like a hammer hitting an anvil, but you're just hitting the air.
Argus, don't bring her back. It was bad enough fighting her once.
I'm not bringing her back.
I'm going through pockets. Seeing as how this man didn't come back to life.
Oh, you go ahead and you're looting. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
28.
28. Okay. Couple things. You find these sides are very good quality. These are also poisoned sides. It appears that poison was applied to them.
The leader.
He's going for the leader.
Oh, the leader. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
The drow guy.
Yes. You find an assortment of mundane weapons, like daggers, crossbow, short bow, those types of things. You find a letter of correspondence between them and another faction of the same ilk. Like I'm not going to verbatim it for you, but just brass tacks as far as the
Other drow in a similar position.
not necessarily drow.
Oh,
Just it doesn't specify race or anything like that. It just says people of like mind. Like think about it like another cell of the same faction. If that makes sense. And it looks like they were just seeking information. Like we believe we have a lead on the statue, the idol. One of our new members was able to somehow track them down. I will keep you posted. For secret's sake, I can't let you know where we are, but hopefully we will be able to converge on our supposed destiny in the near future before it's too late, and bring our people into the moonlight. You do notice that this was signed M, just dash M, and it was addressed to somebody just called A. As far as that, there is no. That's a very good question. There's quite a bit of gold on this individual. There is 1,985 gold on this individual. This person looked like they were holding on to this to fund the faction and fund the cell. Like they were the leader here. Pinjack might have something to say about it, but
That's fine. Sounds like Semdak got his project fund.
Yeah.
Right.
We need diamonds.
We need a lot of stuff. Yeah. Do we want to check their body?
Possibly. I don't.
You should probably wait till I'm done with this.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking now while you're doing it.
Ting. Ooh, gold. Ting.
You hear me over there rifling.
We should probably get out of here quickly, though. Can I investigate and look at this medallion that was around? Like, not touching it, but just looking at it and trying to infer exactly.
Who has it?
That was when it ripped it
Log
off.
has one in his hand.
Oh, okay.
Log has one like in his grasp that he snapped off.
I'm just looking at it to see how valuable it looks.
Yeah. It's made of solid gold. You can, if you like, you can make an Arcana check if you'd like.
Okay. But both of us are just.
Yeah, if you'd like. Yeah, both of you, since you have it in your hand, you're examining it. What'd you get, Log?
3.
3.
It's shiny.
That's solid gold.
23.
23. There's absolutely some sort of enchantment on this. The enchantment on here is 100% conjuration. And you understand that this has been... You have never encountered something magic, it displaced and enchanted in this type of way. As far as this thing has been programmed to enact a spell. Kind of like a glyph or like a delayed spell or something like that, to enact a spell when certain conditions are met. Which is, to you, that's fascinating. That's extremely fascinating to be able to like delay a spell as long as you want until, because you know how to do that in battle with like an error, a margin of error of 6 seconds either way. But as far as like it just doesn't until something happens. That's big. That's this.
Yeah.
Whoever made this thing is extremely talented.
This is really fascinating.
You also know that it has not gone off yet. It also requires attunement, you can understand, and that your understanding is that unless you identify it, you won't know more, but your understanding is that whoever attunes to this item is and causes the trigger to happen is the one that the spell will enact it.
Right.
Pinjack, I know this is jarring, but are all of your people here dead? I'm going to scurry around the corner and start looking through the rest of the people.
What happened?
Those assassins killed them. Is anyone else missing?
This doesn't happen here.
Is any Pinjack?
Wait, what?
Is anyone else missing?
I don't know. You want me to look at all the dead faces?
You're out in the big world now.
We're a little wrong, but okay.
I need you to put on your big boy pants.
I think I need to change my pants.
Understood. And we can do that when we get out of here.
Oh, big bro, what happened?
Are there any other survivors?
We're gonna go to jail.
Are any of your friends still alive?
I don't know.
Look at their faces.
Do I have to?
Yes.
We'll go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me. I can't be making myself cry.
Yeah.
6.
I don't wanna.
Go help your brother. It will.
How many?
Just please go ahead.
Roll intimidation check.
How many people were with you?
Like somewhere around 30.
Are there 30 bodies here?
If you take a moment, there's about like give or take,
15.
15. You don't have to be so mean. Okay, I'll look.
Normally, he's the mean one.
It's big boy time. I'm sorry.
I
know you don't want to do this, but we need to know.
Oh man.
You
Oh,
may
that's.
want to get out of here relatively quickly, guys.
I agree.
So we burn it all.
You know, a good way to get out of town quickly is to set a fire and then go in the opposite direction. So it happens in tons of stories.
He does go through and look with you as you kind of like, put your arm around him and walk through. He does make a couple comments, be like, "Oh man, I owed him money. He gave me his lunch last time. Like you could see, this is rough for him. This was like the first because he had gone to or join the Church of God, right, or the Temple of God, and he Ted found these people and he belonged here, and now pretty much everybody that he thought he found a like other family and belonging with was brutally murdered.
Yep.
So he's having a bit of a dissociative moment. He hasn't been through the stuff that you guys have.
I understand.
He had to like fend for himself and like survive in dangerous situations, but this is another level.
Yeah.
All I'm asking is there anyone not here? You're still alive.
I guess it was just me then. Everyone else here, I don't know who those people are, but they got everybody.
They got everybody. Okay. I'm sorry.
What do I do now?
You come with us.
What?
Or you go home.
I mean, do we still do the thing we were supposed to do, or is it like are we done? Is it game over?
If those people came here to do this, that means you're on their list as well.
Okay.
Can we send him with my family and take him on the ground?
Which means
So I'm dead.
you need someone to protect you, or you need to disappear.
Right. How do I do that? How do I disappear?
We can help you with that. Or you can come with us. I think those are your two options.
You can always be a traveling tinker like your brother.
He's not as good with those.
Thanks for the salt in the wound.
He's always been called to a larger calling. He's always had a draw to something bigger than himself. That's what he's good at. He's not a thinker.
Maybe not anymore. They're all gone.
That doesn't mean you don't have the draw still. Smooth Hands isn't gone.
It isn't gone.
Good point. What about illustrate?
Declared to help the cleric.
They're not gone as well.
I can't hold the mantle of Calendar and Smooth Hands and illustrate, can I?
No. You can't.
I mean, he was.
All you can do is pray for guidance, and they can send you some sort of knowledge, information, any way to tell you where to go next.
Trust in the faith that you found. We'll try to keep you safe until you get further direction.
All right.
Trust in yourself. Trust in yourself and helping.
I mean, that's what I was
the reason
doing.
You're alive.
While we're walking through that area, do any of them have anything special on them?
You want to loot their bodies?
Yeah.
You
In
looting
front
all
of your
dead
brothers?
bodies. Probably your dead brother.
It is a gooey mess.
Not the first time.
We've crawled through sewers.
It's like a
we've
mass
crawled
grave of
through-
blood. You know that wall that the
Zemdak, which is worse, the worm or this?
You know that wall that the Spartans built in 300 of all those
I mean,
dead bodies?
I'm assuming
Kinda
they
like what this
rifled.
is.
They rifled through belongings
Yes.
to find the thing.
Roll an investigation check. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt on a couple things here, just so you know, and you can decide if you want to investigate further.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You see there are like trinkets, medallions, things that like, you know, of people to either remember their families or like remember where they came from. They appear to be, most of them armed with like short swords or daggers or like basic crossbows. Most of what they have is mundane. You do see a couple coin purses throughout. None of them look extremely heavy. These were just regular people that decided to become like freedom fighters, if that makes sense.
No, the personal thing was more what I was looking
Yeah,
for.
there are quite a few personal items like bracelets, necklaces. Some people have tattoos. There's an assortment of like a veritable assortment of races here. There appear to be a decent amount of dark elves. There appear to be some half elves with dark elf ancestry. There's quite a few humans. There's some gnomes. There's some dwarves, and it's kind of a smattering. There are no like because of just how rare the race is. There are no dragonborn. There are 2 or 3 tieflings. All these people. It wasn't a faction that was built upon like a culture of people. It was a faction that was built on an ideal or an idea, and these people kind of just flocked to the idea. Some people don't have any like mementos on them. Some do. There's like this one half elf of Drow ancestry that has like a red band, like it looks almost like carbon copy of Rambo if they were a half elf Drow individual, and they appear to have on them what looks like another pistol, another flintlock pistol. However, it looks like it was extremely heavily damaged during the battle.
Okay.
Something that probably was just given this environment with your investigation check, your instincts are saying this thing was probably stolen or nicked or fell off the back of a truck or was bought on the black market or something.
Okay. I'll snag that. And then the ones that do have mementos, I'll collect those and give them to Pinjack.
Okay. Like dog tags.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. You can do so. It is, I'm not gonna lie, it's a gruesome task. Because you have to move quite a few like bleeding and eviscerating. There are like even a few of these people whose their rib cages have just been cracked open entirely, and like with a single like a scythe went onto their belly, hinged behind their sternum, and was just pulled out, and the rib cage just opened up. These people were brutal, effective, quick. And when you met them, when you went into combat with them, they had not a scratch on them, which means they did all of this without getting touched.
Yep.
You can do so. You will be kind of bloody from the elbow up after this endeavor. But yes, you can do so. You gather about like 15 to 20 mementos, necklaces, bracelets, those kinds of things. You give them the pin jack. He just kind of holds the bloody mementos in his hands. A few of them spill over.
Press
and hands shake. You do so. You prestidigitate it all and you clean it up. And he's like,
just so there's no like blood.
He just kind of lets them fall into the bag that has the idol, and you hear them clink up against.
Oh no! I pulled another set. Like I gathered them in one place.
You put them in a bag.
Do you have the idol right now?
I have the idol.
Okay, you took it from him. He had it on him for the whole battle.
No, he gave it to me.
Oh, he did?
At the bar, yeah.
At the bar. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
When he was drunk, I convinced him to give it to me for safekeeping.
Right.
One of the best persuasion rolls you have ever.
And you don't know that. Okay.
Wait,
Put a
wasn't I
sandwiches
watching them
in
at the
a
bar?
bag.
Nope, you were over. You were murdering all them guys while we were
No.
at the bar.
Yeah.
You went back to the market and followed this guy back to there because you were, and while they were at the bar, you were murdering everybody.
You, while we were at the library, you got bored.
Tails
You
like,
went somewhere.
that's right.
That's right. I got
That's
bored
right.
following
We
you.
went from the library to the bar back to here.
Yeah, you
from
halfway
the
through the
library
library
back to
scene.
here.
Yes, you left and found the drow leader, followed him back to the hideout, watched Pinjack leave, and then killed everybody there.
I was busy murdering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah. You know,
There's a lot of
Tuesday.
fun, you know. You gotta focus on what you're doing.
Not fun, it's necessary. Your job.
Ooh, I love this character. Great, cool. Great. So with that said, Shade,
Yes.
you are near the inner sanctum.
Yes.
You stop before the opening, knowing that once you enter here, like you will be under a lot of scrutiny. Like, you're about to
Scrutiny, schmooty.
well, cool, sure. You do whatever you like. You just know that past this doorway is like essentially like a point of no return as far as like you're about to speak to your betters or your people that give you your orders.
Mm-hmm. I should have taken that 15 minutes to go home.
You could if you wanted to. Is that something you wanted to do? I mean, granted, you don't really unless you like niched out a retirement home somewhere off with the massive amount of money that you've been getting.
Yeah, it's just a
You
big blacksmith mansion. Weapons all on the walls.
You also have like quarters here that are quite good. But yes. But you can't magically go there
Yes,
due to
I have to
limitations.
walk.
Yeah,
Or
that's
run.
quite a ways away.
My house or the quarters?
The quarters are not; they're your houses. Yeah,
Yes,
I doubt you would keep your house or your retirement home. Not that that's like ever going to be a thing for you, but like somewhere near this place.
That's true.
Unless you wanted to, that's entirely up to you.
She may have alternate retirement plans.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought you said
you
I
ever
had
get free.
hobbies.
You do have hobbies.
Yeah, so I have a house, I assume.
Yeah, you can. There are quite a few Drokenran that don't. They just
okay.
live in their quarters here because this is their life,
I see.
and they're content with that.
Okay, I see. So I'm going to.
Some soldiers live on base. Some
Mhm.
That's
soldiers
true.
Live off base.
Exactly.
I'm going to.
You not feel bad. Just do what you need to do.
I'm not gonna feel. I don't feel bad.
Okay.
No, I mean it's Taylor is what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you're taking long to decide.
No, I'm not taking long to decide because
Sorry.
I'm just trying to think of what I should do next. Like, what is the best thing to do next?
Yeah. What would Shade do?
I know that's the thing is like she would think about what's gonna be the best
Self-preservation.
logically.
Yeah. So
and
she takes a moment and she was running and she just slowly comes to a stop before the doorway, and she just enters a moment of pensive reflection.
Self-preservation. Continue the mission.
This is exactly the two
Kind of like
things.
your two.
Those are my two.
As you know, as soon as you report what happened, there's going to be
Other things.
there's going to be a series of events that's become somewhat unstoppable.
Start the domino effect.
Yeah.
How far away are they by foot?
By foot,
Yes.
weeks.
So it sounds like I'm gonna go to my
Perhaps
quarters,
months.
and go to bed. That's really all I can do.
So you're not going to report? You're going to go straight to bed?
Yes, I'm going to straight. They can hear from me in the morning.
Okay.
You stop at the door.
Shane's like,
look down
stop at the
yourself.
door and be like, I'm tired.
Yes.
Things aren't
I
getting better
don't
by the
need
morning.
this right now.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm tired.
Yeah, that's the thing. So here's the deal. You have never been to this location that you are at from the outside by foot. You've only ever entered via magic. So you don't know actually where you are on the map.
But okay, so this is one thing I have a question, right?
Sure.
So the thing is like if the where I am, and
Yeah.
like all the quarters, the inner sanctums of the
Sure,
people are like secret locations that you can't really get to by foot, but I can only teleport one time. How do I be getting around? Do we have horses?
So, like we mentioned
Yes.
out of game, there are times in which you can entreaty others to aid you in moving magically in and out of this place. There are,
Teleportation spell.
Yeah, like it was like
and people that are
Like gates.
people whose job it is be like, oh yes, you have orders to go somewhere. Why don't you pop into the elevator and I'll poof you there?
okay, I see.
You know, there are people like that.
Okay.
Even people who are ordered when you receive your orders of you are going to put this
Yeah,
person in.
think
this
about like an
location.
elevator attendant, except like a teleportation circle attendant.
Yes. Okay. So that is information that is, important.
You got the text around the Stargate for you, you know?
Yes. Because I mean, technically, I could just like be, hey, can you teleport me right back to where I was?
You could. It is a little unorthodox
Yes.
to do that without orders, but not entirely out of the realm of possibility or understanding.
Okay. So, but also, were you saying that essentially I don't know how to get to the quarters because I don't have a map?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I mean, like you don't know where you are on like the nation map,
Oh,
like
I
the
see.
continent map. Like
I see.
you don't actually know where the location is
Yes.
as far as like an actual map is. You know the layout of the where you are.
Yes.
Like the dungeon or whatever.
From that soul tie, though, to her sisters.
Yes.
She knew that there was one close.
That's true.
Does she have a sense of distance from the one that didn't?
There's a statute of limitations.
Okay.
Like
Just
you
far
know
away.
that you know that your other sister is more than 10 miles away.
Can it get strong? Does it get stronger the closer I get?
Yeah, it's more like a Geiger counter when you get closer
Yeah.
to to radiation. It's like that. So you just know, like you can't really quantify it in your head. You just have a feeling where, like, oh shit, I just know it in my soul that she could very well be possibly where we were last and dead, but her body's still intact. Like you just know those things. It's like a weird innate thing. Granted, there's it has to do with training of becoming a Dorkanen Rai and having this spiritual bond and magical bond between all of you, and how you are like forged into becoming Dorkanen Rai, that you just have this innate sense with each other. And that's one of the reasons why you're so deadly efficient at battle, because you don't have to actually communicate in battle. You know each other's intents before they do them, but it's not telepathy. It's something else. It's more of like just a sixth sense.
Yeah, just like an awareness.
She died and didn't move.
That's true. So you know that she's very far away, very possibly, like instinctually, back where you left her. Body's intact. The other one is much, much closer, most likely within the bounds of where you are.
Actually, so
Body is intact.
yeah, that seems like something that I wouldn't have to deal with. That seems
It's
like
not something you'd have to
that's
deal
like,
with.
there's
That's
like-
something where like somebody else will be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
Yeah, exactly.
Later.
So
Yep.
I mean, maybe I'll just like
because they're back in
Sorry
they're
for-
back in the sanctum, so it
Okay.
doesn't matter.
So actually, can I actually? So actually, I'm not gonna go to bed yet. I am going to go report.
Okay.
First,
Okay,
before.
you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Okay, okay. You breathe. The big, heavy metal banded door moves forward. Hits the stone wall on the other side. And you step into an eerily quiet, round chamber. The edges of the chamber are entirely, well, you can't see through sight, but
course.
the edges of the chamber are, even to your blind sight, shrouded in like static and unable to see. As you walk, as is usual, to the very center of the chamber to be judged or to be heard, however it is, you hear a voice speak.
No, so I'm speaking. Okay. So. I assume my character is way more composed than I would be. Like, it's like I'm not like I don't know what to say. I'd be like, so listen.
Take a moment, get into your character.
Yes, exactly.
The thing is,
Yeah. So the thing is, all right.
So what happened?
So
We haven't heard you talk. She could totally be that way.
Yeah.
yeah, no, she.
Yeah, Shade could totally be like a business during battle and be like,
Well,
oh.
That's why she doesn't talk. Because she's like.
breaks the mystique.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Because like I'm trying to think of like get into the accent, but also say what I want to say. So everyone died except for me. Dang, this is like tough.
So everyone died except for me.
am I like country English?
I'm sorry.
I thought it was posh. So
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's do it.
everyone died except for me, which is very unfortunate. I didn't accomplish. I mean, I killed everyone that was supposed to be dead, but I didn't get the idol, and I didn't get the little small man with the red beard. Now, through my own perception, I know that they killed one of the bodies is still there, and not
One of your sisters?
yes, and not disintegrated. So I need to go back and get her, but
That is of the utmost importance.
exactly. But the thing is, so these people were inconsequential to me, you see? And so I was just trying to, do my objective. I wasn't worried about killing them. That was on me. This time I will not have that hesitation. If it comes to it. But for that same reason, can I have reinforcements because they are not necessarily powerful, but they are swarthy and slippery.
What makes you think that you will have any other success with more people than you did the first time?
Because as I said before, I wasn't necessarily trying to kill them. You told me, there was a thing that was told.
Why was that?
What?
Why were you not trying to kill them?
Because you gave me an objective and killing them was not part of the objective. You guys have taught me to take everything very literal.
You just hear the sound of necks craning and turning to like stare at each other, but you can't see what's happening. You just like hear them like looking at each other.
Your orders have changed.
To kill them?
I will leave that to you. We will leave that to you.
Okay.
However,
Yes, however, the body is the most important.
Of course.
So that must be taken care of first.
Of course.
Your tertiary objective is still active and alive.
Yes.
He was unconscious when you disappeared.
You could just use that as that like because you don't really know. Do you want to lie?
Well, say that I know that he's.
That I'm alive.
That I know that he's alive.
'Cause
Oh,
he was unconscious when you got sucked away.
that's true. Well, I guess I don't exactly know, but because the thing is, once again, objective, very literal. I had to bring him back here alive, and we did, make him unconscious several times in order to transport him. But as I said, they are a slippery bunch.
the shadow will accompany you.
And
Tiffany.
I like Tiffany.
The shadow.
Shadow's fine.
Shade, shadow, Tiffany.
Yes.
I assume
Shadows
to
and
be
Tiffany's
upstairs.
Yes. But as you see, like I was teleported back here due to my contingency. So, if I could have some potions or something before I head back out there, that'd be sweet.
You hear just again like the movement of bodies like inhaling and pulling themselves up. And no matter. And you hear what sounds like blade against flesh.
Mm-hmm.
And you see with your blind sight halfway through the movement of the air that comes out of the static a vial of something coming towards you. You catch it. You catch it in the air, liquid inside.
I take it and I
Fucked up necromancer right there.
open it and I drink it.
These are all Constitution saving.
Yes. Okay.
So somebody put it in a potion vial and
Yeah. Okay, oh wait, wrong one. I'll use this one. Oh, 7.
7.
Fuck me.
did you have your constitution?
Yeah.
Please
I
roll.
only
this.
had 4.
Oh,
Wait, all of them?
Yeah, roll them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then add however many of
per
them
die?
those there are.
Okay.
Or is it 2 per die?
Okay, let's see. Whoops.
I think it's 2 per die, yeah. So
Okay.
and then count how many of those there are in there.
Wait.
Double it. And then
Just the bottom one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So plus 20.
Okay. All right. So this is 8, 9, 12, 15,
No, it is,
18.
right? It's per die. Like 1d4.
I think it's
plus
different
1,
too.
2d4
Let me
plus
double.
2.
I'll double check.
Okay.
18. Yes, okay. 22, 20, brain, 22, 26,
Brain.
27, 28.
Sometimes you have to have that discussion with that that specific organ and tell it to work properly.
Yeah, exactly.
Block is that all out?
I know, but it doesn't respond back to you.
He attempts.
Well,
It's-
it responds back more than it did.
There should be 10 of those, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually plus 20. You're right. It's double.
So
So whatever
48?
you got plus 20.
So 48?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the total?
Yes.
28 plus
You
20.
regain that many hit points.
Okay.
And then just go ahead and put that back to me. You also, you can hear, when like your blood pressure goes up and sometimes you can hear your heart beating. You can feel it in your ears and you feel the pressure in your sinuses and you feel the vein pop in your head and you feel a lust, a bloodlust. You know innately that within the next 24 hours you have to commit murder, or that you might like implode as far as like those types of feelings.
Sorry.
Doesn't matter what you murder or who you murder,
Of course.
but
have
it
to
most
take
likely has to be a human.
Of course.
You have to take a soul out of life.
You have to take a life.
That's fucked up.
Your request has been granted. Do not fail us
Oh,
again.
okay.
Leave us.
I walk out the door with a pep in my step,
So,
that bloodless pep in my
What
step.
one of the individuals meant by your orders have been changed is that you will have reinforcements.
Okay.
But that's it. There wasn't like any other like structural things. Actually, do me a favor. Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Real quick. Because of the way you hear, you can hear like pulses because of how well you are with hearing everything. You can hear pulses and like blood pressure changing and all that kind of deal.
Okay. Come on. It was. Did you see that it was a 19 first and then it rolled to the 3?
Yep.
My fucking life. It's an 11.
11.
Considering all the things you did to us last time, I'm okay if you roll low this time.
Okay, so
You don't know me yet.
I wanted to roll high.
Hold on.
Yeah, same. I want to know. You guys want to know.
You guys have to pretend you don't know.
Oh yeah, we don't know.
Yeah,
real hard.
I mean, you people, you as people that are playing.
Real hard. You have to like sequester this away in one far part of your brain and partition it.
You gotta keep that bit of information of what we know and what our character knows.
Put it in a box, lock it away. So anyway,
We live in that world.
so you don't get a lot of insights, but what you do understand is one of the individuals does not have like life signs. Actually, two of the individuals do not have life signs. The as far as like you don't hear blood pumping. Shut up. But
Could be a lot of things.
and this you're used to, but it changes too. But all you know is that two of the individuals that were present at that moment in the chamber did not have like a pulse, as far as you understand. But that number changes wildly as far as like depending on every time you go in there.
It's a different group of people.
So, but what was odd to you is that when you mentioned the short man with the flame beard, one of the individuals that didn't have life signs for a moment got life signs. Like a pulse beat for a couple beats and then stopped.
Okay. Big sigh. Okay.
So where are you headed to sleep, to rest, or are you headed to teleportation services?
Yeah.
You said I'm like a Geiger, like so I can be like, oh, where's the body?
Yeah, if you want to track down the body that was teleported back here, that is of one of your sisters that is dead.
No, the dead people already got her.
She's probably in the midst of processing, but it's entirely up to you.
So should I say some words? My
So, whatever your character would do.
my bad, Aerith. Sorry you died. I think. Well, how about what happened to them during that while I was talking?
Okay, cool.
So I need some more time to think.
So as you leave, do you feel nervous at all after dealing with these people?
I feel like no,
Okay.
because like
Is
that's
that
one
an
of the.
ego thing or
it's
a
a-
training thing?
It's a training thing, I mean, you feel like after being like, how old is my character? 53. Like she's been like, like for years being trained to be an assassin that's like unshakable. So I feel like even in that sense.
Okay. Okay, cool. So you leave and the door closes and you feel like a veil lift. And you breathe for a moment and ponder your next move. But you do know that you now must retrieve the shadow and Tiffany.
Can I go to Tiffany first while they're doing
You
this?
make your way to Tiffany.
I think I'm going to Tiffany.
Okay, cool. Bright pink room.
Yes.
Great. Granted, you don't see color, so it doesn't really mean anything. Great. Cool. So, meanwhile, or maybe not meanwhile, what are the rest of you guys doing? You have given all the mementos to your brother.
You're fishing the soul.
You're fishing the soul. Yeah, let's get to that right now.
Yeah.
What are you're getting very, very close to the end of the line with this soul. What do you attempt to do?
Well, I want to pull it so that I don't have a tether to this body. if we need to do something to it.
I understand. Okay, cool. So you feel like when you have a fish on the end of your line, you feel it like moving around. It is resisting you, but you're doing with your rolls. You could like net it if you want to. Like you're getting it to the point where like you have it. You can do with it what you want. It is resisting you with a lot of force. However, what you also feel, it's like imagine the fish itself had its own fishing line and was attached to like another fish, but that fish is you.
Okay.
It's a kind of like a Mobius strip. You don't know what's going to happen if you net this fish or like, you know, you could try to like snap the line. There's a bunch of other things. Like you don't know if you get sucked into yourself. Who knows? I don't fucking know. But like but that's just what you feel. And all of this is like super amoebus too. So and super foreign. So the understanding is limited.
I have no clue. Like I instinctually just pull it out. Like
Okay, you'd be like you're ending
trying
the
to catch whatever. Yeah.
pulling it out of the water, ending the catch. Cool. Go ahead and do me a favor, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Do you catch it with the hammer? Like
27, natural 20.
27 natural 20. You see as he pulls back one last time, the streak of white light back onto thin air. And you see sparks shatter like a wave, like the surface of water being broken as what looks like a globe of odd white and purple and blue light just crashed through a surface of water as if it was like a river of fire. And white and orange sparks spray everywhere as this thing gets pulled up and it's in the air and you just see it get sucked into your hammer. And you just see your hammer go glow with this like beautiful bright white holy light, but it's not like holy as in like oh, it's more as holy like fire. Holy. It's so hot that it's white, but because of the nature of the hammer, it doesn't hurt you. You also hear, you guys see this once that happens because you like pierce the veil in that last moment. You hear just this distant echo, like some sort of line snap. You don't feel any different, but that's what you get for an 8 insight. You now have a soul in your hammer.
guys, I really don't want them to track us down.
Yeah.
I think we should just get out of here.
I agree. We should leave this stuff here.
Do we want to check just to see if there's shit?
Do you want
to
anything
have
off
any
the body?
information on it?
Or do you want to cut her head off and talk to it later?
I will cut her head off.
How about we burn this place to the ground and leave?
How about we don't burn it? How about we just lock the door behind us? How about we
If a
just lock
spell-
the door behind us?
I can do that.
Nobody knew they were here in the first place. They were already in hiding.
Mm-hmm.
I say we just disappear. Leave no traces, touch nothing, take nothing.
You touched a lot of things.
I touched some things, yeah.
You touched everything but the dead body.
You touched a lot of dead bodies too.
The things I touched can't be tracked back to us.
Yeah, and if we light them on fire, they definitely can't be.
But the fighter is going to send like a signal that we're here.
In case I wasn't clear, this is a stone basement.
Yes.
Like this is stone. This will not burn. It's made of stone.
Burn the bodies?
And suffocate.
Pinjack? Pinjack, I don't know the burial rites of Smooth Hands, but in my religion, burning the bodies is the most sign of respect.
While we're down here,
No,
there's no windows.
we would burn the bodies and leave. We would start a fire.
You might burn down the building that is above this place.
We start the fire
Okay.
and we leave.
See,
Okay.
I don't want to set the building on fire.
Yeah.
'Cause that's going to draw attention to this place.
Yes, well, we're going in the
This
opposite
is
direction.
why I asked what smooth hand burial rites.
Cal, I don't think he really has any special burial rites. I think it's just like, put them in the ground. I think some people have made like small tools out of the bones of their loved ones, like the finger bones, as like remembrances.
I could use some toothpicks.
Not in a grotesque, morbid way. I'm dissociating, so I've completely stopped all my emotions. So it's more of like a sign of respect, where like, oh, I loved how well your hands were at working things, so I'm keeping your hands as tools to work things. It was, I guess, it's more of an archaic thing, so it's probably more morbid than we realize it is today.
It's fairly morbid.
Yes.
I just go over and start hacking off hands.
But as far as I know, oh goodness, wow, that's
Some
a
of
lot
them
blood.
are already chopped off. So
Right.
Yeah. As far as Elistray,
Are you
all I,
collecting trophies again?
Well, I mean, tools. He said they're using as tools. You know?
Yeah,
If they want trophy, I'll take that
No.
one.
Well, no, he said that they use them as tools. You're taking
if
them.
I could, as far as Elistray is concerned, I did hear while we were drunk and we were talking around, just having together, having a good time.
What about the stray?
They would talk about how they were happy to be part of their father's sky funeral in the moonlight, that kind of thing. So like in moonlight, given back to nature, kind of thing. But the hawks and the predators and the other animals of the nature just kind of do what they will with the corpse and get back to the cycle.
don't think we should carry the bodies out of here.
You asked me a question.
Understand? That's just going to draw attention. So I don't think we can do that.
Okay, all right. Don't do that.
Don't think we have time either.
Either burn the bodies or leave.
We didn't do this.
That's what I'm saying. We just
Are we looking at this body? Are we going to take her head so we can ask her questions later?
I know, yes.
I
No.
I vote no.
I totally forgot you could do that. It could be a big.
I love your face there, by the way.
It's
How about no? However, do you
I'm like
remember
now
how
thinking
you-
about what questions you could ask her, and I'm like,
Do you remember how you locked the book so I shouldn't, or that box so I wouldn't be able to get to the fetish?
yes.
Could you do that with the door here?
oh, speaking of which, you have about 12 seconds. If you do choose to try to revive this person via the
I
rhythm
didn't know
cycle,
if I had any time.
you have 12 seconds left. All this has happened rather quickly. You're still doing your thing. I'm just saying that your thing, as far as that is concerned, happened extremely quickly.
Okay.
But you know that you probably have this person's soul contained there. So the only way for you to have Revivify work is if you were to release the soul.
So
Does that make sense?
did you see when she stabbed me with that giant scythe?
Yeah.
That sucked all of my spellcasting ability out of me. Like all of it.
Do you
It's
want me
just
to
like-
gentle repose this guy and keep his body alive? Like,
let her go.
That's
Or
We need to do as little as possible with this as possible.
we should leave the medallion.
These were people that even Emrys was afraid of.
yeah.
yeah, we killed one.
We killed two.
That just means that they're going to send
died.
more next time.
Let's put the medallion back on her, and it'll work the way it should.
I will follow
Right.
you guys.
I still say we burn everything, but
You're not even the fire religion, and you want to burn everything.
to be fair, I'm also one of the people who encourages him to burn a lot of things.
Okay.
My reasoning
Mostly spiders and forests infested with spiders, but
is if we just leave. Don't burn this place down. We just leave. No one's going to know what happened.
Right.
No one's going to find this place. No one's going to be drawn to it. And that gives us more time to get away than setting a fire.
my thing is we don't know when or if this person will be back. And a little confusion when we're trying to leave might help us escape a little bit easier too.
think if anything, drawing attention to this place might get their wrath more, right? Nobody's supposed to know about them, and if there is any sort of weird thing that happens,
Someone finds her,
True.
that brings light to an organization that does not want.
Well, for what they can find, if we're burning all of these bodies, they're not good. All they're going to find is burnt bodies, and yet, while everybody's dealing with everything, they
Typically,
will either have to murder everybody or
magical
be
items.
secret to get in there and check it out. So it may delay them. Is more what I'm thinking.
Typically, magical items don't destroy easily.
Right.
As an artificer, you are keenly aware of that. They are extremely durable.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that they are impervious to destruction.
Right.
I mean, like, if you throw a magical item into a pool of lava, I don't
gonna
care what the
melt.
book says,
Right.
it's going to get fucked up. Granted, magical items, as you are keenly aware due to your artificer nature, dispelling the magic, enchanting a magical item, like using spell magic on an item, makes it more susceptible to damage temporarily. Because it's technically, it's been like its effect has been suspended for a moment.
My last thing is do we want to check the body? I'm curious if they have any information, but with how professional they were, I very much doubt they have any information.
If we're burning the bodies, why wouldn't we take her head?
I don't want to take her head anyway. I just want to burn and leave.
You don't want more information on what their actual mission was? Why they were after me?
Her head is a tracking device, as Emerus has proved for us with other things.
This
anything
is
we
why we have a bag. A body bag.
Yes, but I've been carrying around this corpse.
We're just talking about heads.
I'm talking
just
about
talking about
until
head.
tomorrow and then getting rid of it.
It's not the whole
I
body.
don't
It's
have
just
to
the
get the
head.
head. It's fine.
Are you tired
Let's
of
just
being
get
a
out.
walking morgue?
we need more plausible deniability, yes?
Yes.
Like Emrys brought up, so we should not talk to it.
Yeah.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
I know. I'm curious too, but
That's mostly why I just want to check for any information they might have, burn and leave. But if we're not even going to do that, it's better just to leave, lock the door.
If we're doing this, what are we doing with that amulet?
Put it
My-
back on the body.
Yeah.
that's my thought too. That'll get sent back. Or you feel like because you did some stuff, do you feel like you still have the tether at all or no?
I mean, what tether?
Like blood thing. That blood thing. I'm sorry. It seemed like there was a link.
Yeah, there was definitely like a link because I hit them with one of my spells
And I
and
hurt.
you reacted. So
You have your visibility, yes?
Yeah.
We leave. You put the medallion back, and you invisibly leave after us.
Okay.
could put a log in our party.
The
too,
blindfolded
so that way
people?
we're all
The blind people? Invisibility against blind people?
Why? Just use Mage Hand to put it back
I
on.
should not have
We
given you
know
that one. I should have let that happen.
Well,
But it is that other people wouldn't see.
I just mean, like, we leave.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because other people would see.
Invisibility against
Yeah.
blind people.
We leave, we get you out of there in case you're still tethered in some way. Log places the medallion back on her, and then he invisibly leaves on his own.
I mean,
I can make log appear with us when we leave too, so it looks like we all left.
I'm
at the
sure.
same
I'm
time.
sure her body's fine. I have a different tether.
I've done everything that I now want to not do.
I play with my glowing hammer.
I don't know, since she's already dead, if the medallion will even work.
I don't.
It may just sit on her body and do nothing. But I would rather not be in here when it does.
But I have to assume, like, any items that this person has, they can track us with.
Absolutely. That's why we're leaving everything there.
Exactly. That's
This is why Security 4's notes in your bag.
that Emerson's no security force in his bag.
Can we burn those? Like, do we need those?
Depending on if we ever want to sneak in or get back or...
Well, I think the Emerus one about
Also, like, a
Eleazar we could
focus.
probably burn.
They would also like serve it just meta knowledge, but I mean, but you may soon have a little bit of idea of it once you gain access to spells like divination spells like
Right.
this. They could serve
could
as a
use that
focus
to
since they were
focus
written
on.
in their hand and did have contact with them as a focus to do divination. Divination,
This is why
like
we leave it in the bag of holding.
like scrying and stuff like that.
Sacrilege.
Okay, but these assassins, I
But
want
the other way,
nothing
too.
to do with.
All right.
For you to look at
Quick
them.
vote. Who wants the head?
I mean, Kenny's point about plausible deniability.
Log raised his
I
head.
did.
I know the camera wasn't on him, but Log raised his head.
To their
I'll take
eyes,
heads
we're
off.
supposed to be on the same side as these people.
Right.
So we don't want to get them in trouble. We don't want to draw light to them, or that's going to make us and Emrys look bad.
And the faster we get away from here now, the better it is anyway.
And assuming that they
I
have.
definitely think your family should disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I kind of
They
think
can
all our
take your
families
brother.
disappear, but
I'm kind of thinking he needs to come to Steercrack with us.
Jay, if you're fine keeping your brother in that much mortal danger,
It wasn't a whole lot of
I
use
mean,
during the
Pinjack, put your
fight.
hand here.
I mean, yeah, no.
If there's any more of his people, they're going to be in Steercrack.
Pinjack, do you know people in Steercrag, or were you just supposed to go there?
That's where this group was based out of, right?
Oh, I'm aware of a contact that I'm supposed to, well, contact.
does the contact know you personally, or is this a countersign sign sort of situation?
More like that.
Going back to the tracking, I think you should get a completely new outfit. Everything needs to go.
Okay, I'm sorry, what?
If they were able to track you in whatever way.
She
you
wants
need
to burn your clothes off.
Yeah. Not in a sexual way. Just,
What?
You need to.
You
You need new clothing and weapons.
want to burn my clothes off?
No,
So
no,
you
just
really
put them
take
in
it
the pile.
off first.
Yeah,
Like,
just put
not
them in the
how
pile.
You want me to
you-
strip?
No,
Not here,
Not
later.
Guys, this is a lot.
I know. Just you need to get rid of. You need to look like somebody else. That's all there is to it, including your clothes.
Can you grow a beard?
Look,
You got
who you can turn into. Let show him the difference.
trying.
You got involved in
Ron Perlman.
I've been trying to grow a beard. It's hard for gnomes.
Hey,
I mean,
Remember when I met
How?
you? I kept asking you how you lost your beard.
But nobody else in our family has how.
I'll tell you later. You voluntarily got involved in big political matters.
Right? Because it was the right thing to do.
Is it still the right thing to do?
I don't know. No one's telling me to do it.
we need to get out of here.
We need to go.
This conversation does not need to happen.
I mean,
here.
look,
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, guys, let's
I
continue
think
this.
so. I mean, look, I was just a cog in a machine that I thought was going to make good change, but I don't know all of the moving parts. I don't know what the end result of the gong being hit is going to happen. All I do know is that from what I could discern is that it was a good thing.
Right. And a good thing doesn't disappear just because these men lost their lives.
And women and children. These
Children. Damn.
they were like 18-year-olds.
Oh, okay.
Just because these people lost their lives does not make that vision disappear.
I suppose you're right.
So you have to make a decision. Do you want to cut ties, disappear, go somewhere else? Or do you want to try to see this finished?
Are you trying to persuade him one way or the other?
I'm trying to persuade him to make a choice.
Okay.
Use his shock to
He's terrible.
cement himself.
He's terrified. Like I said, he's in a bit of an dissociative state and he's trying not to feel these emotions, but he is terrified. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to make a decision right now.
Okay, that's fine. I'll stop trying to talk to him.
Let's
Like-
Pinjack, just
More pressure might cause him to collapse.
Yeah.
Pinjack, just think about it. We need to leave here.
Okay. All right.
All right. Are you good to do the invisible hands thing and put it on the body as we?
Yeah, so wait till you guys are gone.
Okay.
Visible. Put it on. Leave. And then we're meeting these guys somewhere.
We won't go far. You
Yeah.
should be able to catch up with us. I just don't think we should be down here when you put that back on.
But
Yeah.
we still need to get you diamonds, don't we?
Well, if you guys ever want to, I don't know, come back from being dead, I'd suggest that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Would be nice.
considering what just happened, yeah.
Yeah. I think we may need them in the near future.
Just
Just a
that
suggestion.
happens. Cole's not right in the head anymore, so
All right.
Were you ever?
I was a lot more right than I am now.
Since the whole brain worm
I mean,
thing, I
there's
don't know if
body
any of
and
us
there's
are.
soul.
Everybody's a little crazy. It's okay.
Seems how easy I was not myself.
I'm gonna send this to you personally. I'm like, look, you hate the fetish. You know how weird I am now.
Question all of us after
Pretty fucking weird.
what we've been through.
Yeah.
So while you guys sort out the loose ends of your plans, while that's happening, you arrive at Tiffany's door.
The name everything.
Is Tiffany singing when she comes to the door?
Tiffany,
You don't know. You are very far away.
the deadliest.
I just,
Tiffany's is going to kill you.
yeah. Tiffany just makes me think of the 80s singer.
Tiffany's gonna kill just you just for that comment. So you arrive at Tiffany's door.
fine.
It
Yes.
is made out of like a puce tinted metal, and it's got like it looks like the door handle is a little bit bedazzled,
Love that.
with real gemstones,
That's even better.
like real sapphires, rubies, and topazes. And there's like emeralds that like she covered. It looks like all of the bolts, like the rivets of the like, you know what I'm talking about, like the metal rivets. Have been, you know how sometimes when you build furniture you're given like little plastic or rubber things
Yeah,
that
to cover them.
to cover the screw, the top of the screws, so they meld better. It's like she hid the rivets with like large emeralds like this big.
Love that.
And she's very like you're at her door.
Yes. Shade thinks that she should have just gone to bed. But we're past that now. So, you know, I knock on Tiffany's door.
Who is it?
Mush. Sorry, I forgot my accent. Posh, yes, posh. Posh British. Should I say the shade or did I just say?
Whatever you want to.
However you refer.
How
to
would
yourself.
she know you as?
I refer to myself as my actual name. Well, but I'm not going to refer to myself as to her as
How
that.
would she know?
She would know me as, hey, it's your girl, Shade. At the door.
So go ahead and say that in a posh
In a
accent.
posh British accent?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that.
Hey,
about
it's a girl.
Yeah,
Shade.
Shade. At your door. Please open the door. I'm outside.
She's like, oh, Shade. You're right there. You hear like there's like music going on in the back. It looks like she has a very, very scared like troubadour in her room that's like trepidatiously playing the violin. Don't mind him. He doesn't know I'm gonna kill him. Maybe he does.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to kill him.
I told him to keep his eyes closed. He didn't listen.
So, that's like,
And you open up, you see there is like we're talking big old bed,
yes, puppy.
pink comforter, pink veil off the top, pink walls.
I like how you're describing colors to blind people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just for the audience, for the audience, there's like pink. There's like a lot of things are pink. There's some like other hues. You just sense like there's like a
She can taste
mobile
the
that's like you can taste the colors. Well, because actually you could probably smell it because the
different
dyes
dyes
of
and
colors
stuff.
were used with flowers, so you could probably smell. I guess it would be like a little bit of orchid and what else is the pink?
I don't rose.
Yeah, rose. Rose would make sense.
Peonies.
The special
Peonies.
flower only in this world.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's called pink flower.
yes. Smell lots of
Flower
pink
of
flower.
So anyway, you walk in. It is
All over the country named after it.
it is a it is not Spartan by any means. Your room is pretty Spartan. Her room is opulent.
Yes.
Uh,
Opulence.
and, like it looks like she doesn't like it would seem like she spends her money as soon as she gets it to make her like feel I've got stuff.
Yes.
And so the very scared troubadour is still playing, and she's like, come on in. So cool. Are we training today? You want to try to kill me again?
Okay, back to posh for a second. I'm losing it. I gotta keep talking in it consistent. I lose it.
It helps if you think in it too.
Yes, exactly. So, I don't necessarily need your help because you've already been assigned to it. So basically, this is just me telling you
Right. Yeah.
that you have to come with me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can I go grab my weapons? What do you think? Poison, acid, fire.
This is a lot of decision making for Shade.
I'll give you poison. Poison's fine. Go choose poison. Poison's super easy. It's like I was just just drinking it earlier. That's all. Great. I'll grab my poison sides and I'll meet you. Where would you now?
No, not now.
Okay. You okay, girl?
No. No, I'm not. I'm not okay.
Okay. Well,
Do you have any tea? Do you have any tea in this room? Can you have like
you? Do you have any? Do we have any tea? Do you have tea? Do you have tea on you? Yes. Can I have a little tea? He's like trying to pick out tea from his coat while still playing the violin. He's afraid that if he stops playing, he'll die. He's like,
Because he will.
Yes, exactly.
pulls a tea bag from his breast pocket and, goes, "Meh," and throws it across the room. She catches, thanks.
We're leaving anyways, right?
Yes. Thank you. Can I have it?
Yeah, I'll make a tea for you.
Thank you. I'm just like me as myself. Taylor is just like really I'm trying to think.
Go ahead.
I'm hitting critical thinking levels right now. I'm just multiple thinking
I'll
levels.
steep your tea. It looks like you need to think, girl.
I do.
Okay.
Can I sit on your fluffy bed?
Of course. That'll be
I need some
10,000.
stimulation. 10,000 gold.
Just kidding, girl. You're fine.
Sorry, that was in my regular voice because I was confused. All right.
She's charging you to rest in her floppy bed.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
I'll charge you rent for bringing you back to life.
All right.
That's the 300 fucking diamonds we have to buy every time.
I can't this is like the opposite of a type of game that I can play because like
Paid my rent.
I want to do the best thing.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it, because there is no best.
There's no best. I'm saying best thing for me. I'm trying to hit, like I said, critical thinking
So
levels.
better. So if it helps, just do what Shade would do. Pretend you are actually Shade and you are in this position. What would Shade do?
You are a professional trained assassin.
Yes.
Who has been given orders,
Yes.
but also has certain feelings.
Okay.
You see or sense Tiffany preparing you tea, and she's like,
Singing along to the violin.
She thinks she's alone now.
Oh, okay.
Trying to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep baking Tiffany.
Is the tea done? Can I have the tea?
Yeah.
Okay.
here you go.
Thank you.
You want some more soft music? I know this is a little poppy.
Yes.
Give you soft music.
Soft music,
How about some
please.
indie?
Yeah.
Play some indie music.
Okay, so
I love this song.
okay, so I'm thinking a trained assassin instead of myself who has to be on Zoloft for anxiety. Okay. All right.
I just love that. You were going to be right in the spotlight right this second. You have to make all your decisions.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sorry. I tried to prep you.
Yes, no, I mean, I'm prepped. I'm just this kind of person. I am who I am. So, no, Tiffany, we're not going out today. We're going to go out first thing in the morning. I need some rest.
You want to do sleepover?
Yes.
Oh, you can stay at my place.
Great.
You can come to bed.
What?
We'll stay in the bed together.
Yes.
Great, cool. I have to warn you, I do like starfish at night. So
That's great.
cool.
Perfect.
Do you want to like go to bed now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Lullaby. When I fall asleep, you shut up and sit there. She throws a loaf of bread. You can have that.
24 hours or just
8.
the day
Not 24 hours.
to kill.
Okay, but the thing is, okay. Wait, okay, so actually first, before we go to bed,
Okay.
Tiffany,
Hold on that lullaby.
how many of those type of people do you know? The instrument, the musicians. How many do you have?
Bards?
Yes, how many do you have at your beck and call?
Oh, well, I took this one.
Can you take another one?
Sure. You want me to get rid of this one? Well, I was hoping to get like 2 more songs out of it.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna do the same thing though. Yeah, you just I'm not gonna make you roll for this. You just dagger right. He's gone. He gave you the you do hear. You want me to clean him up now or later?
Um.
Clean up my room? Anybody?
Yes. Clean up.
Clean up my room. Clean up my room. My room. Clean up my. It took you so long. And somebody comes to the door. Sorry, miss. This blind dude, completely blind. He doesn't have a blindfold on at all. It's just like is about a like looks like a 60-year-old human man.
Mm-hmm.
Eyeball is just completely out of his sockets. His eye sockets are hollow, completely just hollow. It comes in with like a folded sheet, puts the body on the sheet, folds everything up, starts cleaning things up. After about like 10 minutes, takes the body out, like good evening, and closes the door and leaves.
Okay. And we go to bed.
You're going for a long rest? Long rest or short rest? 1 hour or 8 hours?
I know that's the question.
I'm gonna have to say this because it'll help with you murdering us. But long rest gets you your spells back.
Yeah, exactly.
She does.
Yes.
Short rest she does too because she has arcane
But
cover.
longer rest allows you guys to get away further. But I have something in my brain that might make that not matter. So long rest.
Long rest, you got it. Tiffany's like, she's a little sloppy.
Yeah. I like Tiffany though.
Yeah.
That's why I came here
Tiffany's
first.
very likable.
Yes, exactly.
She's a lot, but she's likable. Great. You haven't met with the Shadow.
No, I'm not.
But you don't think you need to meet with the Shadow. The Shadow will just show.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, fuck. She's like in the room. Shit.
Yeah. Well, great. So you take a long rest.
Yes.
The rest of you go invisible.
Well, I'm going to wait until they're leaving.
So you guys are pretty much leaving everything intact. You said what are you doing with the 2? You're leaving the 1 amulet on her.
We're not yet. He's gonna put it on.
Yeah.
You're gonna put on
Gonna
what?
mage hand it.
Yeah. So once they're gone, and that's when I'll go invisible. Or
Yeah,
I'll
that's
have the
fine.
mage hand first and then go invisible.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Yeah.
because
Get out of this
drop-
power.
Yeah, because it's a drop
Amulet back on the body.
Right. So yeah. So
I'm sorry. So you have 1 amulet in your hand.
well,
The one that you
only
snapped
have,
off of
Yeah,
someone.
because we only have one.
And then the dead body, the assassin, Dr. Kenan Rai, has one that's still on their person.
No,
you didn't take it out. Did you?
No, that's the one that we want. That's the one that we only have one.
That's why she had to use her.
Because the other one-
integrator.
Oh, right. The other one went away. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm so sorry.
So we only have the one.
That's correct.
Do I need to make Log appear with us when we leave, or does that matter? Okay.
So, do we want to send
So your
to this
maid's trying to get
assassin
onto
and
her
tell her
body?
that we left the body there?
Well, so
Or
what I do is I'll
left
like get close to the door.
Or tell Emrys that we had
Called Mage Handed above her.
Right?
That
Drop
one
every chance, so it just falls on her and like go invisible.
But
Okay.
here's the thing: is if you send the Emrys, will they hear?
Why would they hear?
I don't know. This
Hear his
freaking-
response depending on where he
Well, no,
is.
this conclave freaks me out. So I have no idea what the hell they can do anymore.
Who knows? They could be watching us at every second of every day.
Emrys is like really freaking magical, and he's scared of them. So I have no idea what the hell these guys can do. Either way, let's get the hell out of here.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at level 1 on myself. So I don't have 1 hit point.
Yeah, he's been Argus has been talking this whole time with like one big bloodshot eye, like
His
Jaw's like hanging like that.
his
The
jaw
whole
hanging.
time he's just staring at his glowing hammer.
Yeah.
Talking.
Big shiner.
We can get out of town. I can always cast the hut and you can get a rest.
That's fine. I have
We need
some.
gemstones.
Yeah.
We need to get his family.
Yeah.
You should tell him.
Do we actually have to go to your family, or can you send to them and tell them to?
I have 1 sending left, but then I'm pretty.
Done for the day.
I mean, then I'll just have a couple first and seconds.
Yeah. And in case things go really south, you may need that magic, right?
I mean, if somebody dies, yeah.
Oh, we could do what we did with Shakar back in Karadim. It didn't work in Karadim, but it might sending him to his family that way.
That'd work, but Shakar got poofed.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Got Chicago.
You need an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No.
I take an hour and 10 minutes.
I'm
Oh, you take it.
because
How long does it take to cast Find Familiar? 1 minute?
An
I
hour.
believe it's an action. Yeah.
Well, my thing says it's an hour.
No, the actual
an hour.
spell.
An hour.
I think Find Familiar takes an hour to cast.
it does take an hour to
So
cast,
it's still,
but
even ritually, it's still an hour and 10 minutes for,
that seems
because you add 10
Right,
minutes to
right,
whatever
right.
the casting time is.
well.
Yep, 1 hour.
You can also waste the spell slot and just do it.
It still takes.
Yeah.
But
No,
still,
that's
the
an hour.
casting time for the
It's
spell
1
is
hour
1
with
hour.
a spell slot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be great to bring him back. I have some homework to do before going to bed anyway.
Or do we send a note off with Pinjack and have him head with your family?
Well, we need to take Pinjack with us just because we don't know the contact.
You have some things you need to do.
Yeah.
Why don't you go back to the house, the Firebeard house? Somebody go with her, maybe. The rest of us go get the diamonds and we meet back there.
Sounds good.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I mean, it's my.
Yeah, it's your house.
They should probably hear it from me.
Yeah, they're not gonna believe me. I think.
I can,
With
I
you
can
being
handle buying time.
so hurt too, we might want to send Sofko with you so you have a little backup.
Sofka, I assume at this point dropped her lion or her tiger, saber-tooth tiger form. She looks livid. She's very angry at these people and that they got away. She is probably of the mind to do whatever it takes to eliminate these people. From what I gathered from the way she was acting before, she wants revenge. She might, I don't know, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but she might even be one of the ones that might support you. Let's saw the head off.
She could also be the one that's supporting me if let's burn all these bodies too.
Right.
Yeah, could go either way.
Right. You go back to your house.
She might even be like, let her come. I want that. I want to kill that bitch. That kind of thing, you know.
No, last time she was actually like before the
Oh, yeah?
she was saying that like that y'all should just leave. I remember that.
Okay, great. Great you for reminding
Yeah,
me.
of course.
All right, go back to your.
Take Pinjack with you. He's in shock. He's
Yeah.
not going to be able to do much.
I'll go with you to help buy the diamonds.
You guys have money?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's going to be
How
a
much you
proximity
get?
thing.
As much
If you
as
get close,
Wait, how much do you need right now?
check.
I mean, I have 200 on me and you need 300 to cast.
From
and
this
So
far.
we need at least.
Oh wait, no, not from this
I
far
wouldn't
away. I mean, like if I
you
like
might
come
want
back.
more than
We'll see.
You're
Yeah.
in charge of that
It's
situation.
possible.
So 100 at least, 400 if we can.
If you come across more paper, that would still help too.
Yeah, because
I thought you grabbed paper at the library thing.
We didn't get it as much as we were hoping for.
don't know if we're gonna be able to find more, considering that was the one we were sent to get the paper.
Did you get some more paper from him, or okay?
No, just the first guy.
Okay.
Need a whole bookstore.
Yeah, I mean,
Where you guys asked, but I think it got.
Nope, it never got asked.
Okay.
I think we just forgot, honestly.
Yep.
So that's,
We got distracted.
But
by
we-
this.
That was the side.
we got all the
I do
lore
remember
and
you
other
brought
stuff.
up paper for the right, and he pointed you to the writing station. I think that's where we just ended up leaving it because
Right.
we had so many other things we were trying.
Well,
to
yeah, I was asking for
I asked
just
for
like
paper, and
Yeah,
it was
that's
like
what you were
scrolls,
asking.
and then you were like, "Oh, you want scrolls?" And we were like, "Took the attention over here."
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
that's
it
on
also
us.
has paper.
That's yeah. We can
Should be.
What time is it?
evening-ish, right? Because we went to the bar to meet up with him.
It is like early evening,
Yeah.
early slash mid evening, because you guys went to the bar pretty early on in the day, like early evening, and then you didn't spend too long there before Pinjack led you back here. So I would say like the light of dusk is brimming from the outside of Midheim, the tunnel that goes, the large opening of the part of the city that goes outside. I'd say dusk is setting in.
Do you
Our
want to
stores closing.
Do you want to try and run and get paper because it's in
Depends
the same
on what
area that
stores.
we need to go to?
The market's still
While we're
open for a
doing
little bit. The large
Might
market.
as well.
Yeah.
Some of the more like opulent places, they keep bankers hours. So
They're already closed.
I was going to get 100. Well, how much did you need? That we didn't get before.
Well, we got no. I think we got from
50, I
me.
think.
But yeah, I mean,
You wanted like 190.
ideally, I mean, we're going to be on the road a lot. A lot of work to do, but see what you can get. I also realize we have plenty of things that we need to and such. So
The library was in the tiers, which is where I think we have to go to get those diamonds from the banking thing.
all right,
Talking.
okay.
Many of them are still open.
Yeah, I think we need to run some back to get there.
I would say not to run, but move quickly.
Yeah,
Run away from all the dead bodies.
Yeah.
we didn't burn them; it's just the dead bodies.
I'm sorry. That color always comes out that way.
Outside, walking away.
okay.
When you put the amulet on it, did anything happen?
So all of you but Log leave and go outside. I assume you prestidigitate everybody so they're not covered in blood.
Oh yeah, I had pressed.
A lot of you are still look quite worse for wear.
Yeah.
Like pretty bad. Like you still have like wounds and cuts and slices and you're not feeling great. You all do come out of like a back alley, one of those like cellar doors of a back alley, make your way a decent way away for a moment. You pause. You take your mage hand out. You drop the amulet on the body, and then you go invisible. As soon as you drop mage hand, or like you have mage hand, and then you just cast invisibility, therefore dropping concentration on mage.
There's no concentration
Oh,
for
what?
Rage hand.
But you could just, I understand what you're saying. It's
Yeah.
free action,
Well,
so you can do it at the same time.
Yeah, because I can't have something up. I can't.
That's the spell.
He has to go invisible.
I
Second
understand.
just for,
It's okay. It's a free action.
Well,
you
so
can do it
if
simultaneously.
I've
Don't worry
already cast Mage Hand, can I do invisibility and Mage Hand still be there for its duration?
about it. That is a very good question.
Because I just
so,
can't cast a
because-
new spell.
right. That's where I would. That's where I'm viewing it.
That's
As.
what I'm thinking too.
So yeah, so in that case, I wouldn't just drop it on the body. I would try and actually
Place it.
while I was invisible.
Right. Would you try and like clip it back on the body, or if that's possible?
Well, I would. I don't
you have a
another
cock.
hand. What?
You're
yeah, you.
servant.
If we want to take 10 minutes,
No. That's 10 minutes longer than we have right now.
yeah, that would take 10 minutes for me to get the gawk.
I mean, you tore it off of her, so I'm assuming like you snapped the chain.
Right, so it won't be-
just set it on.
Yeah. How long does Mage Hand land? Like
A
a
minute.
minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Attack, cast, maintain. Yeah, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to maintain Mage Hand. However, it still would only maintain for the spell's duration of which you originally cast it, which I believe is 1 minute or something like that.
So that should be enough time to do everything.
Okay. So you cast invisibility on it, you take Mage Hand, and you put it around her neck.
Yeah.
Okay. Put it around her neck. Nothing happens.
Well, I guess there's no reason to stick around. I'll leave.
You leave.
That's the plan.
Okay. You leave. The body of the Dorkenrai and the 30 some odd bodies of the faction here dead. This building is going to start to smell sooner than later. Okay, you leave. You guys wait for a moment. You don't see anything. You don't know what's happening. You come out and they don't notice you because you're invisible.
Telepath to one of us, or
Notice any footsteps or anything?
yeah.
I just messed up Gizmo's hair.
Oh, you're back. You're going to get paper?
Yeah.
Okay. Cole and I are going to go get gems. The rest of you are going back to the Firebeard house.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's be quick.
Okay, go ahead. You are going to get paper?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Invisible.
What about vodka?
If it lasts for an hour, are you attempting to knock on this door while you're invisible?
Well, I don't have to knock on the door. I can just open this door, right?
Yeah. You want to just walk in invisible?
Sure.
Okay, cool. You're trying to be stealthy?
No, I'm just going to buy paper.
Okay.
Did you
You
forget your
walk in, you just hear from the back room, I'll be right with you. Squeak, 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 squeak. Oh. Put a sword inside.
No, yeah, I'm here. Just,
Who said that?
oh, right here. I need some paper. Not normal paper, but like, good paper. I was here yesterday, just, it's all fine.
Here yesterday.
You were here earlier this morning.
The spirits.
Or yes, this morning. Oh,
Just a couple hours ago.
we forgot we needed,
Have the spirits marked me?
no.
No. This is my time. I'm too young.
That,
I'm only 163.
I'm only 323.
it's not your time. No, yeah, just if you have paper, good paper, or I will compensate you for the paper.
Right? Spirit? You want to buy paper?
Yeah.
I'll get you good paper. How much paper would you like?
How much paper do you have? Good paper, not just book paper, but like.
Follow me, spirits, in whatever wispy manner you do. He slowly makes his way to the back and he pulls a key from around his neck, unlocks the door. And you just see this glorious room. There are three walls just filled to the brim with beautiful, high quality paper. We're talking, it's got to be thousands upon thousands of gold of just beautiful paper. Amazing paper. There's good inks too. There's several mason jars with very nice fine inks.
You have a lot of paper, I see.
Did you keep the money you stole off the drow? I don't know why I give you guys moral quandaries. You're always just going to do whatever you guys want.
Well, no, I mean,
So-
eventually we'd give it back to him, right?
see.
Once he's in the right state.
And
What do you mean? The draw's
we
dead.
go different
No.
directions on moral quandaries all the time.
I didn't see it happen. I'm not going to question anything.
Yes, I would. I would like to buy a considerable amount of your paper.
My lawful is to me.
All right, spirit. How much paper would you like?
Well, I can
Yeah.
So mine is awful.
I can give you
Let's see.
170 gold. But in order for me to give it to you, if I were to show my true form, it would blind you.
No deception check required. Who believes you?
So what I ask is, you have to get down on your knees, cover your head,
Oh no.
with you know, count to 90,
The 90.
to 90, and there will be 170 gold.
Right.
And I will be on my way.
All right, sounds good. He grabs 170 gold worth of paper, backs out of the room, closes the door, locks the door.
I didn't tell you to do any of that.
Oh my god.
I mean, I've got to make sure that the apologies, spirit, but I have to make sure that the humidity is proper and the paper goes bad. I can't keep the door open. I can't do it.
It's only take 90 seconds.
Spirit, this is getting weird.
Do you want to go blind or not?
I don't have to go blind. Spirit.
So then,
So I have to leave you in the paper room by just lock the door. I'm so confused.
no, we'll both be in the paper room.
You want to be in the paper room.
Yes.
You lock the door. Don't lock the door.
Don't lock the door.
Am I really going to let you steal from this guy? Am I really going to allow
I'm giving him 170 gold.
Oh,
That's literally all I have to give him.
okay.
If I had more to give him, I would.
All right. I mean, I guess you don't have a choice here.
I would
Okay.
I would have given you like another 60.
Then I would have added that to it.
Okay.
So yeah, so
So he
230 gold.
unlocks the door. Okay, 230 gold. All right.
So
Grabs 230 gold, puts it on a tiny little table that's right in front there.
bow down,
Walks to the other side of the table.
cover your head,
Hey,
count to 90.
1,
I take my book out
2,
Oh no.
3.
and I just let my book do its thing. Not everything. I'm just like
Letting it gorge itself on the. So there's a small table in the center of this.
not on the
closet.
230.
It's like a pantry.
Yeah, so I'm not letting it gorge on the 230 that's right in front of him. I'm letting it just going to a shelf and just
Eat as much as it can.
right. Not
Are you
I'm
going
not
to
taking
pay
everything.
this individual?
The 230 that
Okay,
I
so
have.
you do leave the money.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I am leaving
Okay,
the money.
Does it cost an action to
Sorry.
summon your book?
That's.
It's not written in the thing.
I mean, it's just
not
a
attached to the
book.
tome?
It's just no. Yes, it's just
Oh,
me using my
I thought
book.
it said something like as an action you can summon your book or something like that. I don't think it's a spell. No, Path of the Tome is in
It's in the
the
original.
player's
I
handbook.
swear.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
No, I don't think it would really matter that much because it's not a spell or an attack, so it wouldn't drop invisibility. Because you can still take actions.
I mean, it's generally a regular book.
Yeah.
So it would be like item interaction.
It is, but there's a specific But there's a specific thing with the Pact of the Tome, like you can summon the book. Yeah, I don't see, or I guess it's not summoned the way
No.
it doesn't matter. So it doesn't really matter because it's not an attack and it's not a spell. So you let the book come out. This guy undoubtedly hears the sickening.
Well, he'd go blind if he saw it.
Yeah, so he's like, "Oh God, you're telling me." Oh, what I didn't. And
Poor guy.
you
We
just
have just
set the book
We need to
on
get him a
one of the
mansion
shelves,
when we
like you
get
slide it in
famous.
there, and it starts opening up and eating a bunch of
night
the
level
paper.
spell.
Okay. Would you please roll a percentile die?
Shelf where the paper.
Here you go.
Poor guy.
Big silver bowl.
Are we actually sure that we're good people?
Yeah, I'm beginning to do the same thing.
It's only 27.
27. So your book is able to devour 270 gold worth.
you said it could be neutral.
Do you also take the paper that's on the table?
I take it.
You physically take it.
Yeah,
Sure.
and I leave him with 230
You
gold.
got it. So you have a total of. So just so you realize, your book now has like programmed into it 270 gold worth of paper and ink for you to cast spells, just you. That can't be taken out of your book. Like you can tear spells out of your book, but the paper is like, no, this is like part of my constituent material. Then you also have wildcard 230 papers that either you, the wizard, or the warlock. Make sense?
Yep.
Good.
Do you want to just hold on to that 230 for us and see what?
I mean, until I get back to the house.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you attempting to stealthily leave?
Yeah, so I left the gold, got my book nice and full. I took the 230 paper.
Okay, you hear? 33, 34, 35, 36, 30.
The great Boopty thanks you.
No.
Jeez. Oh
I
no.
don't know that. I have to start over. 1, 2.
Jesus.
And you leave. I'd say
They're robbing an old man.
your invisibility is you're running out of time. You're okay, but you're running out of time. So you got to get somewhere if you don't want to just poof.
Well, once I'm in the front of the store and he's still back there counting with his head down,
Yeah.
I'll just go back to regular.
Just
Okay.
I'll rerun promoing myself.
You got it. Done. What are the rest of you guys doing
The
while
last library we were in, we started a cult.
Yeah.
Right.
Platypus.
So
The cult of Poop.
so now we have
Taylor's
one
like,
that
maybe I
worships
should
Poopy and one
kill
that
you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly
You guys
how
sound
it
like you're
should
bad
be.
people.
That was harmless.
The librarian saw her familiar and like it talked to her, and so she got some ideas in her head, and she kind of went off on this own
Oh.
journey to start a cult. We
Yeah,
didn't
we-
discourage it.
we are-
though.
we are straight up, just spreading branches of it now. Because we have now created someone who's afraid of food.
It's gonna become a librarian's cult.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The great Poopty will save our paper and
I'm gonna
books
get in
from.
so much trouble back at the
There's
college.
gonna be like a meeting of
Yeah.
archivists and
don't know what
archivists and librarians where they just discuss poopy. Like
Jesus.
If this ever traces back to me, I'm gonna get in so much trouble at the college.
All I'm saying
Okay.
is we have to get the student
So,
attention at some
what-
point.
What are the rest of you guys doing while he's doing it?
Cole and I are
We'll
trying
send
to
him some
find
spoils
a
later.
gem cellar that's still open.
Yeah.
A gem seller? Okay, you can head to the market if you'd like. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Both of us?
Yeah, if you guys are working together, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you have a 8. But
16.
yeah, my 9 does not stand up to that.
Just let me double check my list here.
I mean, like, I understand you guys, like, I understand you stealing from the dead body, because, I mean, like, what is he gonna use it for? But y'all stole from the same old man twice.
And really, the only person who knew the value of those scrolls.
We made deals that maybe didn't favor
Yeah.
him, but he also didn't know the value of what he was selling. So
That still sounds sounds like a nice
Taking
roundabout
advantage
way.
of them. That's-
Taking advantage of an old person sounds even better.
you go to a flea market, you find somebody selling something that you know is worth a bunch of money for like $10.
Yeah, well, it's different between. Well, I'm not here to judge.
the-
Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway,
If he has thousands of dollars of the paper, I left him a lot.
Yes, but that's only because
okay, hold on. Come
You
on,
you
come on, let's bring
left
it
a
back.
lot of his own material that you didn't steal.
exactly, and you did him a favor by not robbing him more.
My
Okay,
character's chaotic.
They should
What did
be
you
a-
get?
that- I
16.
left their TV behind.
Come on.
Their
16.
Yeah, exactly.
16. What did you get?
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay, 16. You are able to find an individual that appears to be like selling some fine jewelry. And they are on like the more rich side of the market. They have quite a few gems inlaid in these and a couple loose gems.
No, I think we're good.
But I was just thinking that we could make trades and
We're good. I got this. Excuse me, sir. I'm in the market for some diamonds.
Hi, you're looking for diamonds.
I see you have fine quality gems. Might I see what you have available?
Of course, diamonds then. Who's the likely lad or lady?
Oh, I'm a smith myself. I need some to fill some settings that I'm working on.
Right. So you're looking for loose stones.
If you have them, yes.
Cut or
If you have the cut, so that would be
I've got plenty of cuts.
Okay.
Freshly hot off the mine, from off of Thul's. What are the? Well, I can't really give you exactly where
I
they come
understand.
from.
Yes.
But of course, how much you're
protect
looking to
yourselves.
purchase?
One for roughly 100 gold, smaller cut,
Right.
and another one 300.
If possible.
I'm not sure if I have one diamond worth 300 gold.
That's fine.
That's but
Doesn't have to be one diamond.
of course, I believe
I can make
I
it
can
more
accommodate
of an
for
elaborate
it.
setting.
I can
400 total.
pulls out a diamond about this big. He's like, I believe that should be 100, and he pulls up like a bag of smaller diamonds, and that should get to about 300 gold. Will that be all then, sir?
That's all I need.
Sweet. Go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
7.
He's been very helpful.
I mean, you're standing right there.
Yeah, can I insight him to see if he's bullshitting me
Sure.
as a trained somebody who's training to be a merchant?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I inspect?
19.
Of course.
19.
Oh, right. You have a jeweler, so you can add your proficiency to that. It's still not enough. Yeah.
19.
19. He's overcharging you a little bit. You say that you want these. These are a little bit less than that.
Are you sure that this is actually 300 and 100 here?
Sure, the
It doesn't
doubt is,
quite seem right. Well, I've been training as a merchant for a long time, and those don't seem quite right to me. Don't let my loot fool you. I know my way around the merchant stall.
Well, you can't knock me for trying.
I can. I'm choosing not to right now.
Right. Well, you could be kinder about that, but okay. He takes the big diamond away, pulls out a slightly larger diamond, and out of his breast pocket pulls out about like 2 or 3 more smaller diamonds, puts them in the bag. Should appease your appetite.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, of course, I do expect payment in gold or platinum.
400 gold.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I put an extra 10 out there. Thank you for fixing the problem.
Oh. I understand the keen eye when I see it. You are very welcome, and come back anytime. Anything else?
Hurry back to the
Yeah, we're
fireworks.
in.
Okay. Great. You guys head back to the Firebeard home.
Yep.
Okay. Everybody meets back at the Firebeard home with.
I would have been already scribbling in my book the counterspell. As soon as we
How
got
long
in
does
the
it take to
door.
do that?
3 hours.
Okay, so you're still going to be doing that when everybody else is.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to start the clock as soon as Argus and I got back.
You got it.
It's
I'll
the
say you're an
first.
hour into it when everybody arrives.
Okay, cool.
Everybody arrives. It is the early evening. Your mom's still at work. She's still at the workshop, still working. Your sister is still at the bar. She's going to be at the bar until the early hours. Now that she's back on schedule, she's going to be at the bar until 3, 4 a.m. Your dad is here though. He's like, "Oh, good to see you, son. Everything okay?"
No, not okay. So, do you remember the
now?
Dokkan Rye that we talked about?
Oh.
The Emrys mentioned that we talked about?
Yes, your fella spoke about it.
We just had a run-in with them. You guys need to go to ground.
The assassins?
Yes.
We just
Don't question. You need to go to ground, and we gotta get out of here. I'll message you when it's safe.
right.
But I don't know. Are we staying here still? What, are we getting out right away? What are we doing?
I say we leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
You guys are tired.
Yeah, tomorrow. We'll sleep.
We'll sleep.
I think we should get on the trail and try and sleep.
We still need to do a lot of things. We gotta buy a cart. We gotta buy all this. We have to either find a group to go with, or we gotta.
So I'm thinking we try and leave in the morning.
Do we stay at the house though, or do we try and find someone else to stay?
We could stay at the Trappist where
Still tied to your family, right?
it is. We can
We
go
need
to
to
one of
find
these
somewhere
other
else.
bars. We'll see. I don't remember the name of the other one you told me. There's the
sure.
bar I used to go to get work.
The
so-
Miners Tavern when they hang out for mercenary.
Yeah.
The Down and Dirty.
We can always go to the Down and Dirty and see if we can find
Yes.
a group.
Sorry, that's just a good name.
Is your sister gonna be okay with us hanging out?
A diamond in the rough.
It's fine.
The Diamond in the Rough is a companionship inn.
Yeah, I think we should go there.
Yeah.
Stay the night.
Why?
What?
Cole's giving you this confused look.
No, you're right. I just spent all my gold.
There are a lot of people there, if that means anything like safety in
I
numbers.
think we can go to the Down and Dirty and try to find someone to go with. Someone we might get hired up on.
Yep.
I think
Going up there.
Not we find anybody or a cart. We gotta leave in the morning.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna go right now?
I mean, we could wait for you to finish.
I've got like 2 more hours at least here.
Your mom's still working.
Yeah.
We wait
It
for
was
her to
pretty.
come
I'd
home
start
and-
teaching you now.
He'll be back like
Oh, sorry, working
sometime
on the
before
twig.
or when you finish.
It'll take me a little bit. I gotta teach you some of the skills, you know.
Start summoning twig instead. Get him back.
The broken pistol that I have. I want to sort of disguise the working pistol that I have. So, like, I want to take some of the parts and, like, swap them out and, like, I'll start doing some of my carving work.
I understand you're cannibalizing the broken pistol to make the stolen pistol not all the same pieces, so it doesn't look like. I understand.
Yes.
I understand.
I'm trying to hear that.
Yeah, you can do that. I roll a tinkering check for me. Intelligence base.
27.
27. That's no problem. You are getting the sense that these were made in the same by the same people in the same way, which makes sense because
Master
only
apprentice.
one place makes them.
The same shop, at least,
Yeah.
is making these.
Yeah, or the same workshop.
Right. Yeah, but my thought was to disguise the
You
working
got it.
pistol.
So it looks
Even
more
if someone sees me using it, they're not like, "Oh,
right. You're actually able to.
Cochrane's pistol.
Yeah.
So the small like hand stock, you're able to change out the one that doesn't have the doctrine like emblazoned upon it.
right,
So it looks like you pretty much turned it into a gun with the serial numbers filed off.
correct." This is my own invention. I don't know what you're talking about. I made it.
Okay. Anything else then? You guys headed to the Down and Dirty then?
Waiting
Once
for
Cochrane's done, but
her.
I say while she's doing that, I'm summoning.
Are you gonna wait for her, or are you gonna leave?
No, that was So I was taking that same like 2 hours that we have left.
Okay, yeah,
do
okay.
this.
So Dilura does come back at a point.
Okay.
You see that. Oh, what's your dad's name again? Gimrin. Gimrin looks at Dilura, and Dilura's. Started packing. Because she knows what that look means. I'll go get your sister.
You can wait for her to be done with her shift to be less conspicuous.
Do we need to be less conspicuous?
Always a good thing. You
Right.
know that.
Right.
We got attacked by highly trained assassins that were going after me.
yeah, they tried to steal you.
Straight up.
Security for.
We didn't hear that voice.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm about.
Believe I have where's my map? There it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why how that happened.
So that the fake half orc representative situation doesn't happen again, do you want to set up like a code phrase with your mother so she knows for sure we sent them?
Yeah.
Perhaps now that I'm done with that, maybe you can do maybe telephone through either one of you guys, and that way there's not even anybody if there's a
Or, yeah,
something.
Audio.
Yeah.
You'll let her know who you're sending
Yeah.
if you send someone. Otherwise, don't.
I will send a message to, like I did before to you, if I ever send anyone to you. I will never send someone without warning you first, with a description and their name and who they are.
If anyone else approaches you, don't trust them. Like the half orc man.
I get why you would have done that.
I was just desperate to have some connection to you.
Well, now he can talk to you whenever he feels like it. I'll kick him.
Why?
I'll kick him if he
Why
doesn't.
are you getting him in
contact you.
trouble with
Look-
his parents before we leave, man?
Look,
If he's got
couple
spare
places
spell
we could
slots
go.
and he doesn't contact you at night,
Spell slots.
capability to cast his sending ability. If he doesn't use it to talk to you, I'll kick him.
Well, that doesn't mean much. You got little tiny feet.
I'll have Conk kick him.
That's better. We could go.
Why are you telling
There's a
him
couple
he's
places
not
we could
calling? Why are
go.
you telling these folks he's not calling them?
Don't tell me where.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that serious?
You heard the conversation.
They wiped out 30 people.
They've got 2 more families held hostage right now, too.
Not even a hint.
No. It needs to be plausible.
Oh,
You need to be
You
able to
could,
deny
yeah.
it.
I wouldn't want them to try to extract that information for any of us.
Right?
But I will check in with you.
And as soon as we can do so, we'll come find you again.
Honey, load up the card. Keep it on the back. I'll let Elora know when she gets home. And you see her for the first time since you've been here. Shh. Douse the forge. And that's where we're going to take our break. Great. We'll be back in a little bit, guys. Make sure you stay tuned and head over to the next episode if you're watching this pre-recorded. Take care. Bye.
Bye!
Bye.